Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, where after pointing the finger at Luke Atmey, we've now just, kind of said in front of the whole court that we don't have any evidence to, actually incriminate him properly. Problematic, as Godot calls us on this fact. We need some investigation time. Let's hope that's where this is going. Ha! Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all! It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... What? Who? Hi, Desiree. Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delite, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's... Sacred urn, Nick, it's the urn. Order! You, madame! That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atmey. Oh, Desi, you're the best! The sacred urn is updated as being found. What's all the purple bits on it? The tape? Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atmey? Even you are gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Objection! He has got a deep voice. Ha! Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atmey was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atmey, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delite, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delite. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atmey Detective Agency. So we testify about what I saw, show fingerprints on the urn, or I can't prove anything yet. Well, what does the urn's update actually say at this point? Found in the office of Luke Atmey has pink splotches all over it. Paint. Or paint fingerprints? Just because of the small splotches? Testifying about what you saw isn't evidence. That's just hearsay again, like her saying it's come over. Let's show fingerprints on the urn. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Oh, wait a second, that's not what I was going with there. I was just thinking I could maybe match it to him. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about it, Mr. Wright? As witnesses' fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Abby must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. Really? Okay. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Because I touched it. Hey look, different profile. Me, what more can I say? This is my 3rd year as a young but skilled lawyer. You would say that. Take that! I put my hand in the bag. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atmey, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Well, hello there! It is indeed Luke Atmey, but I touched it. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office.
Objection! Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it?
Of course it does.
What did you say?
It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atmey Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, but oh blend 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. He's malfunctioning!
Order, order, order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and...
Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn.
What are you saying?
Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Masked Mask. Haha, hope you all enjoy my little performance. No. Absolute no.
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmey's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled already. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief.
Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delite really wasn't the thief, but doesn't look that happy about the situation.
The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delite.
Oh. Him? You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say.
Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening.
The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me, I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please.
I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but it's the most kangaroo of all.
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
Mr. Cotto, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir.
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are masked to mask, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'd be happy to.
He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
I know that. I won't fail, I swear.
Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession.
Let's compete to be well, I wouldn't even say a bad guy. I don't know, it's so confusing. It's just a thief. It's not a murder. There's no murders. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, and after all, I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. I can't see it's you. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken.
This is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway.
Ha! You're doing great!
Ha! Stop it, Mr. Cadeau. You're embarrassing me. Everyone ends up posh in mine, doesn't it?
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colours, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask.
Thanks so much, Mr. Cadeau. I'll do my best.
Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination.
What am I cross-examining? Indeed. But we actually have an alibi for him. He couldn't have been both places if he was Master Mask. What should I be pinpointing for that? I don't think that helps. This.
Hold it!
This is probably where I'm looking at. You've got no alibi?
I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi.
But I tell you, I was in Lordy Taylor at night. No. That's too vague, even for me. Be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse.
Hold on.
What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delite when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but...
Ha! You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee.
Well, I think maybe I can.
Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi?
Well, yes, actually, that's why I chose that statement particularly. Straight away, without going through it all. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some kind of third-rate rookie?
Oh, I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic.
I thought I was more confident than angry.
Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to this court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime.
Is the either this, or this? What do you reckon? Well, that one's the time, so let's present Ron's wallet.
Take that!
Mr. Delite, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Miss Delite, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delite was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lawley Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway.
Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee, at least hand me a mug too.
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delite all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there, not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delite, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KB Security's CEO's office. No! Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
Ah, that stupid kid!
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delite went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night.
Well, sir, it's simply blackmail. Mr. Delite, I believe you've seen this before, correct? Ah, that's...
What is it?
A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents.
But blackmail?
Yes. Basically, it says, bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delite was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half-hour away from the scene of the crime.
Malfunction. No!
Gulp it away. Gulp away your grief.
Order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
Objection!
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say the Godot Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company? But, did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite?
There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night. Well, Larry Butts, I guess. Because he works there too? Would it be Mr. Delite himself? Gotta be.
Who is this useless-looking young man?
You don't remember him, Your Honor?
Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night.
Oh?
The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. So I don't have to prove blackmail, just that he was there. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the simple truth by analysing this keycard's data.
Wah! Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each card has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 AM on the morning of the crime.
Bingo!
What that means, it can't be Mr. Delite dressed as Master Mask in this photo.
You betcha I'm right. As we continue on, being Phoenix Wright, next episode. Because it looks like we've actually solved this case already, or at least proven someone's not there after all. I don't know why he wants to get incriminated so much. I think it might have something to do with Desi, wouldn't you say? I don't know. Surely things will unravel more as we continue. Because I doubt this really is it.
I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.